Welcome. Today I'd like to show you a little bit about the RefUSA LifeStyle database and how you might best utilize that. Today we're going to be using the Pikes Peak Library District portal as our entry point to that particular application. Depending on where you are, you may have from another library system, may have a portal that actually gets in there, but we'll start out with the Pikes Peak Library District. So in our particular case, we'll enter ppld.org. You'll come up, this is the Pikes Peak Library District webpage, and you'll find them through the research tab right here at the top. These are all of the subjects that are associated with their research. We're going to be focusing here on the business and finance tab right here. So if we click on that, now we get all the business and finance tools. We're going to be going to RefUSA, and we're going to be looking at the lifestyle database. As you can see, there's many different databases in here. There's also the U.S. Business Database. We have another video on that. But we're going to focus right here on this consumer lifestyle database as it relates to understanding a little bit about individuals. So the first way, you come up here, it says this is the quick search and this is the custom search. We'll take a look at both of them. If you were going to have a meeting with me, for example, you might want to know a little bit about me so that you can interject that into your conversation. It's always better if people will know and like you if you have some common interests. So it's a good idea to understand a little bit about that person. So in our particular case, let's do a little research on me here. So we'll type in my first name, Steve, my last name here. We could select the particular state that we're in to limit it, although my name's not very common. We then can view the results. As you can see, we'll come up here, and this is actually me right here. If we click on that, this gives you some information, very much, this again, specific to me in Monument, Colorado. Gives some demographic neighborhood information, but this is really where the bulk of the information I wanted to kind of get to. So here it tells me about my lifestyle interests. So underneath books and magazines, it says I'm a book and magazine subscriber. Now, I will tell you that every time you use a debit card, credit card, loyalty card, any of those, the UPCs of those particular purchases are tracked back to either the loyalty card or the credit card that you use that gets charged or that gets credited back essentially, or look back into the actual physical address of the payment, where the payment is made from, and that's how we get all of that information in there. And so here you can see under motor vehicles, for example, I'm an automotive enthusiast. I've rebuilt several vehicles. I'm a motorcycle enthusiast. We have 3 motorcycles in our household. I have a truck and so on and so forth. As you probably are aware, if anybody who knows me, I'm a boating and sailing guy. I'm a hunting guy, fishing guy, those kind of things. So you can see all those kind of things that kind of give you some idea about who I am as an individual. But let's just say we were trying to drill down. We had an application, for example, for perhaps a motorcycle application that we wanted to go ahead and make people aware of, and we wanted to find out who they were. So let's try something else here. I clicked on the custom search piece here, and so here we have some areas that we can expand. So the first thing we might want to do is we might want to, let's say, click on motorcycles. We'll click on the lifestyle information. Again, we're going to drill down whether, I'm just going to use an example of a motorcycle piece, but you could do pets or photography or sports or something like that, depending on what your application or your services are. So here it says motor vehicle and motorsports. So I click on the open box there, and it gives me a bunch of different things. And here's motorcycle enthusiasts. If I click on that, now again, this is the United States database. So if I were to go ahead and click on update count, it says that there are about 2,888,000 people that are motorcycle enthusiasts in the United States. But again, maybe I don't have a national footprint, and I have more of a local footprint. So let's go to geography. I happen to live in the city of Monument, so let's go ahead and let's say that's the only place I'd really wanted to market. So first we're going to select the state right here, and we're going to scroll down until we get to Monument, Colorado. Let's see, I think I overshot it there. It's here. Hold on a second. Monument. Wow. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. I had California. Let's go to Colorado. I'm sorry there. No wonder I didn't recognize any of those towns. So we come over here, we scroll down to M for Monument. There's Monument, Colorado. We click on that. Now, if I were to update the count, you'll see that there's only 360 of us in the town of Monument that, in fact, have motorcycles or are motorcycle enthusiasts. So I could click on the green button there to view the results, and here are a listing of all the individual people that are motorcycle enthusiasts. And I could drill down and I could look at them exactly the same way that I had just come in before when I actually typed my individual name. But here's another interesting thing that we may want, what I'd like to share here, is this function of a heat map here. So if I click on the heat map right here, you can see this is kind of the town of Monument right here, and you can see the green is where the where I might want to go ahead and attack for if I was going after something along the motorcycle thing. If I actually wanted to zoom in, you can see there's a little bit hotter spot right there, but I actually live down here. So if I actually begin to scroll down here, I can actually now get to the individual people that are there. Oops, hold on a second, let me zoom back in again. And so again, if I continue to zoom in, and as it updates this, it's not instantaneous in some respects. But here, if I do a mouse over, for example, that's where I live. That is my name. So here I can literally walk around the neighborhood here, and I can find anybody who is a motorcycle enthusiast in my particular neighborhood that I might be able to go after. Obviously, if I zoom quite far out, you can get a different kind of a view of where the hot spots are. Again, I'm only looking at the Monument area, so it kind of gives you a pretty good idea of where to market. I hope this is kind of giving you some basic information about how you might want to use the Lifestyle database to zero in on your customers. This is a very interesting business to consumer type of a database, so I hope it's provided value for you today. Have a nice day.